In his failed presidential bid in 2008, Senator John McCain didn't have a problem with supporting the Guam military buildup.
Today, Guam remains critical to the national security of our great nation and has evolved into America's first line of defense in the Pacific.
Nowadays,
in fact, we simply cannot afford to carry out the plans as they were originally envisioned.
On the Senate floor today, Senator McCain said he found it incredible the Senate Appropriations Committee included a $33 million appropriation for the Guam buildup and Marines relocation from Okinawa to Guam. The $33 million appropriation would fund DOD's end of the bargain in complying with what was a contentious debate over the 2010 programmatic agreement, which was signed. The PA essentially bounds the Department of Defense to ensure Guam's historical artifacts are protected and preserved as a result of the buildup. The $33 million also ensures work is done outside the military's fences as part of this Team Guam approach to the Marines' relocation. McCain, however, sees it differently.
The Appropriations Committee put a premium on buying school buses, an artifact repository, and a mental health clinic in Guam. That's not anybody's idea of defense priorities. Now, I know the Marines will enjoy being on Guam. I'm not sure it's absolutely necessary for them to have a repository for cultural artifacts.
The cultural repository, they're not giving us a museum. They're not giving us something just because they want to do that.
Here at home, Guam military buildup chairperson Senator Judy Guthert says McCain's statements were, quote, irresponsible and suggest his memory is failing, end quote.
This was an agreed upon initiative because of recognition that the military buildup obviously is going to be disturbing land areas that contain artifacts and remains and historical cultural objects that are very important to the people of Guam.
Senator Guthert's adding McCain's sniping at the construction funds for the mental health facility was particularly outrageous, since the EIS process made it quite clear that the arrival of the Marines and their dependents envisioned in the original buildup plans would push present mental health facilities in Guam past the breaking point. Quote, this item shouldn't even be controversial. Meanwhile, in Washington, Guam delegate Madeline Berdallo says Senator McCain's views are out of step with the Department of Defense, the House, and the State Department, and are not consistent with his previous stance on infrastructure funding for Guam. Berdallo adding the buildup is an absolute necessity for the United States to ensure regional stability and that Congress must provide the resources necessary to ensure that it is a win-win for both our military and Guam's civilian community. It's this win-win vision Senator McCain shared when he was running for president.
This increase in U.S. military presence will translate into an improved quality of life for all of the people of Guam and the entire Western Pacific.